Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and I'm doing another prompt for July Junk Journal Challenge 2025, which is hosted by Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. Just use the hashtag JJJC2025. Anyone can join in. It is an open challenge. It's no rules, no stress, no pressure. And I am making a tag for each one of these because I like to have items I can use again. And this is day 10. It's for July 14th. The prompt is worn. And this is Happy Monday, everyone. It is Monday. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. And this is one of the tags that I made from the encyclopedia pages. It's definitely worn. So I thought I would go ahead and cut it to tag shape and use it today. And I have this old worn fabric. It's definitely worn. Threadbare. And I coffee and tea dyed it. So that looks amazing. Piece of scrap. And I went ahead and tore off a piece because this is a nylon stretching material. And it did take a bit of tearing to get it torn off. So I thought I would use just a piece of it to start off with. But that's my worn. And everything, I think a lot of things I do just look worn. I just like that look. But somehow I want to incorporate it like on the side or with some scrap of lace or something. What if we did this and this? Well, what about this one? Maybe this one. Let's try this. Okay, I think I like that. Possibly just put my little worn, scrappy, torn off piece here. And I thought I would do a little bit of put a little bit of beads on here. I'm not going to call it beadwork. I'm just going to sew some beads on it. Not a professional bead worker or anything. I just like to add beads. But I thought that might be kind of fun just to sew some beads on there just for some interest. And then we will figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the tag after I get these beads sewn on. But let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see, how much do we need? Just want this to be the right size. Let's go ahead and trim this off. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to tear it. There. That's good. And we're going to go about, wait a minute, I like this tatty bit here. Really tattered looking. Nope. It's gonna have to go that way. It's okay. That's all right. Here, all the way up to here. So I don't want to do any beadwork past what I need. Okay. Let me just put this on here real quick and see if that will be about right. There, that's good. A little bit sharper there. Now let's just cut this to approximately the size we need. So we can always trim this off in a bit. That's not critical. Okay, and I want it to be right here. So we'll go ahead and stitch some beads onto this. Little scrappy here. Did have a needle. There's the thread. Okay, there's the needle. Went ahead and threaded it with some of my little gold thread. So we'll start from the bottom here. Don't want a bead right on the end. Okay. We'll see how one bead looks. Huh, perhaps we should put 3 beads. Let's just give it a go. See what we think. I pulled it all the way through. Okay, we'll just stop and I'll redo this real quick here. Okay, I think I'm going the right way this time. That was funny. I didn't secure my thread on the bottom. I had a knot tied in it, but it did not stay, obviously. So let's go ahead and carry on now. We'll do 3, and if we want to change the pattern, we can. I'm not a fussy beader. I just like putting beads on things. That's pretty. There we go. I think that's going to look really good. So instead of boring you all to tears, I'm going to go ahead and stitch on 3 beads all the way up, and then we'll be back so we can get started on putting our tag together. Okay, there we go. I think that looks pretty. Just some little beads stitched on. Just used the gold thread just so it would not be as noticeable. But I think that is going to look really pretty right there. And I picked out one with 2 people in it. They look like they're worn out. They've probably been working hard all day. So I think they would look great on here. Let's vintage up their faces a bit here. There, I think I've already inked that up, but their faces need a little bit more. Do we want this on top or do we want them on the bottom of the lace? Let's see, about right there maybe, possibly. Okay, and I did go ahead and use my Tim Holtz sticker book, Halloween 2024. That one's where I've been getting my words from. This one is Watching and Waiting. I thought that was funny. Went ahead and inked it up and glued it on this black background so that it would pop up a little bit more. So we have that, and then I picked a few of these that we might, I don't think I like that eye. Ooh, the crows are cute. That's kind of washed out. Okay, and I have this from another project we could possibly put somewhere. Can raise them up. Maybe there. I like the crows, but I also like, for skill and amusement only, that's funny. They don't look very amused, do they? That's cool. Behind them. What about this one? Let's vintage this one up a bit and see if I like it better. I do like that one as opposed to this one. Yes, I like this one. We're going to go with that one behind them. I like that. I do like the blackbirds thing also. Watching and Waiting. That is just funny. I think possibly, let's see about this. Kind of like it like that. watching and waiting, just kind of haphazardly on there. I think I really just like that like that. We have a scrap of this. Let's kind of give it some color here. A little bit more. Just a scrap of that old worn out fabric that I coffee and tea dyed. Possibly we could put this on this side. Just for the fun of it. Just a scrap of that old worn fabric there. Let's see, I have a lot of these. We might possibly find something that might just look good there. Just some little label of some sort. Possibly like that. I went ahead and chose a few, and I really wanted some with kind of a green hue to them. So I think I could accomplish that. So let's just go ahead and place these. Let's see. That there. I'm thinking maybe perhaps I'm going to go ahead and glue things down and then come back and place these. So let's go ahead and put that aside and just take things off. How did I have it? I had, okay, this all goes down first, and then that, no, this goes here. Okay, this goes slightly over that. Remember that. I wonder if I want this a little bit over that. Okay, let me get this back on here and make a decision. I think I like it. Quite possibly this under this. Oh, nope. It needs to be like that and that. Is that how we want it? Something like that. Actually, I think I'm going to just go ahead and glue all of these down, and then we'll put this on top. That's how it's going to go. Okay. This will need to go down first. Okay, let's get it glued down. Make a choice, Bex, and go with it. Okay, now we have those glued down. Let me go ahead and check again before I glue anything else down as to the positioning I want. Just want this lace right to the edge, possibly hanging down. I don't know, I can trim it later if I don't like that. Okay, do we want this on top of the lace? And slightly under that. I think I like that. Then this can go somewhere in here. Okay, I like that. That's how we're going to do it. So this needs to go down first. And then this. Okay, I have it now. We're going to go ahead and put the lid on this glue. Use some Fabrifix on this. Let's make sure, okay, I can put it all along the back of this. That will work great. Okay, let's turn it over and place it down. Just little bit of glob there. Get that off. Okay. Not nearly as fiddly as I'm making it look, for sure. I want that to be right on the edge there. Just tap it down. That one looks loose. Oopsies. That's okay. We will glue something there. Not sure what happened, but something did. There we go. That looks good, and that is a piece. A little bit of thread too much there. How about we choose something tiny? Just pull that thread up, pull the beads down, and we will glue this right there. That will work. Let's see if I can successfully get a tiny bit of fabric fix on this little bitty label here. I know I can. Okay, let me put that right there. Hold it down. There. Okay. Pretty sure that fixed it. Yes, it did. Okay. Awesome. So we might need to put a few more of these little pieces around, but that's okay. That is fixed. Perfect. Now this, I want it to go between here and here. Okay. Need to hurry up and get that glued down before that fabric fix dries under there. I need a tiny bit fabric fix on the back of this. It's going to go on top of that lace. I don't want to use all my fabric fix. I'd rather use a less expensive glue. Okay, now this is up. That's going to be tucked under there. Just want a teeny tiny border, just like that. Perfect. Look at that. That is just awesome. Okay, I like how that's looking so far. What about the watching and waiting? Where do we want that at? Not sure yet, but I'm going to put it right there so I don't forget to put it on there. And here's our little tatty piece of worn fabric. Go there. So I need to go ahead and put some fabric fix right here. Let's see how far down we want it. All the way to there. So there we go. Let's just pop this down. There we go. Let's make sure there's enough glue that it's staying. I know I usually don't film the gluing part, but we will cut that little bitty nylon strand off in a little bit, but not at this moment. Not in this moment. And that is too big to go up there. I will go down here somewhere, but I do know I want some of these up here. Go ahead and put them on. Just a tiny bit of Fabrifix on here. I'm not going to smash it down because I might want something under it. And I do need to go ahead and trim this off because it is in the way. There. Much better. Okay. That one's good. And let's go with, oops. Tell if that's right side up or upside down, so that is correct. How about that under there? That is great right there. And let's just do this little label under there. No, maybe this one. Possibly this one. Let's, if it's upside down, it's upside down because I can't tell. Oops. Okay, little one, cooperate here. Need you to be under there. There we go. Okay, that is great. I like that. We can always layer some more if we want, but I like that at the top. Okay. Lid. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Watching and waiting. Possibly might want that like at an angle. Here's a darker one. I think I want that right there. Here we go. Possibly just think I want it to be right there. That will work. Okay, what else? Or do I want this watching and waiting right there? That's a cool spot. I like that. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. I'm putting this Fabrifix on these teeny tiny things. Yes, I do have those Sugar Bell bottles, but I don't have a cap for them. I do not want this glue to dry out, so I've not used them. I've used them, but they dried out. Just need to get some proper caps. Let's hold this down for a moment. I'll just take this time to remind you that this is an open challenge. It is hosted by Lee at Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland here on YouTube. You can share your makes on Instagram, and she's also created a Facebook group. And I will put her video link below so you can go check it out. Go watch her video, and below in her description box are all of the links, different places that you can post your makes, YouTube, Instagram, and there's a Facebook group. Also, this is the 10th prompt, day 10, and for July the 14th. Happy Monday. The prompt is worn. And I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. This is no rules, no stress, no pressure, open challenge. It's open to anyone. There, I think that is going to stay. That took a moment. I like it right there. Now, let's see. I'm going to place these where I think I want them. Not that one. This one's a little label. That's cute. Possibly there. And maybe that there. Those are really sweet. I like them. This little one down here. Turn it that direction. I don't even really know which way it's supposed to go. It'll be all right. And this little circle one would be cute right here. Okay, I think that is going to work. So since all of these are going to be tediously glued on, I will glue them on and come back and we'll have a look and see if we need to add anything else. Okay, I added just a few more, so we would have one in between each one of these and one more there. But I think that turned out awesome. Love it. I'm going to go ahead and put one. I found some of my eyelets that work in my crocodile. These are a little bit bigger than the hole, but you can make it work. That looks great. Let's go ahead and get that. Not sure what the word is. This is, let's see. Gotta get going the right way. There we go. Fastened in. I'll think of the word when I'm finished with the video. Set the eyelets, that's it. Just need to set the eyelet. There we go. Perfect. Love it. This is amazing. This is for the prompt worn for July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.